Welcome back. Let's dive into the next step to creating your 2025 training plan. Our goal is to help you set yourself and your dog up for success so that by the end of the year, you're celebrating your progress instead of wishing you'd accomplish more. Last week, we talked about setting your big goals for the year, those 2 or 3 game-changing achievements you want to work toward in 2025. If you missed that part, no worries. You can find the link to watch the replay below. Today, we're tackling what might be the most important step in this entire process, identifying the individual training steps you'll need to actually achieve those goals. This step is where so many handlers get stuck. You know what you want to accomplish, but figuring out how to break that down into specific individual steps, that's the challenge. The time you spend now on this step will save you a lot of frustration later. Dogs learn best when they're asked to make a series of small, realistic jumps in skill rather than a few giant leaps. I once saw this image that I think captures this perfectly. Training a detection dog is like climbing a really tall ladder. We can either give our dogs each rung to step on, or we can make it unnecessarily hard by asking them to leap from one big gap to another. So here's what you need to do next. Grab your list of big goals from part 1, and for each of those goals, think through these 3 key areas. First, what specific skills does your dog need to learn or refine? For example, if one of your big goals is to pass a certification requiring a 10-second trained final response, one skill might be dog needs a 10-second duration on their TFR. Second, what skill do you need to have in order to be able to train your dog effectively? Maybe you need to work on your reward timing or learn a new technique to teach duration. And third, what specific experience or exposures does your dog need? Perhaps it's working in new environments or learning to work around new distractions. Whatever it is, write it down. Now it's time to organize these into 3 categories. Solid skills. These are the skills you and your dog have mastered. They're your foundation, and you can confidently build on these going forward. Skills that need polishing. These are the skills you've started working on but haven't fully refined or that need improvement. Brand new skills. These are skills currently not in your repertoire and that you or your dog need to learn from scratch. Taking the time to categorize your skill into these 3 categories will make your training plan feel less overwhelming and will keep you focused on what really needs your attention. Plus, your dog will learn much faster when they're learning in small, achievable steps, because that means more opportunities for success and reinforcement. Next week, we'll dive into the number 1 obstacle that tends to derail handlers when working towards their training goals, and we hope you'll tune in. This will be a game changer for keeping your training on track. And if you haven't already, grab your free 2025 training goal planner. It's the perfect tool to help you stay organized and focused throughout the entire year. You'll find the link to download it below. Once you've broken down your big goals into the individual necessary training steps, we'd love to hear what you came up with. Share your list of skills and experiences by hitting reply or leaving a comment. We're here to help with feedback and ideas. We'll see you next week for part 3 of creating your canine training plan.